Hey everybody, it's the Red. Welcome back to Army Gals. Right, then last we left off. Someone I very much would like to die happens to have a weapon. So that's great. And I have to choose between Hannah or Andre Rain and Etta. Now, well, this might somewhat the obvious answer. Especially since, you know, the character knows them, has known them for longer. I don't know. Going for protecting Hannah may just like give an opening for the rest to attack him. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna try both. You know, I'm gonna go with Hannah first. Try to protect Hannah first and see if maybe that leads into a kind of a group effort sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, try to protect her or them. I don't really know how each one would differ. So, I mean, the really horrifying option for this, you know, is that he just throws Hannah in front of her, in front of him. So, I'm going to select this and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I'll go for this option and see. I move for that thing, attacking Hannah from behind. Oh. The shots fire off, a deafening sound that washes out Hannah's screams. I surge to my feet. I grab Reed roughly by the wrist and we wrestle for the gun as I try to aim away from the girls. I'll kill all of you! His anger seems to bleed into strength, slowly overpowering me as his grip slides further and further from my control. He wrenches away from me, the hard edge of the gun slamming into my temple. In a dizzying lurch, I go spinning. Another wild shot is fired off. Die! 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 Okay. I look forward to turn swinging. Look for a weapon. Like what, a rock or something maybe? I mean, if I got lucky, but that would waste time too. Turning on swinging, I mean, going straight into action, maybe? The momentum might help. Then again, it could just be, you know, wasted effort, but that's my only thing about this. Sure, a rock could be, would be, or even a heavy stick, you know, could turn the tide, but taking the time to look for something, well, he has a gun and is obviously crazy. That's the problem, so. I use the momentum to hit the turn completely, slamming my fist into Reed's unexpected face. He stumbles back. I push toward him, grab him for the gun as he points it wildly. Let it go! He does. And with his free hand, he punches me across the face. Light bursts in front of my eyes, but I keep trying to hit him and keep trying to fight. He advances on me. Don't move! Reed and I both freeze, Hannah suddenly pointing the gun in trembling hands. Don't move. Are there even any bullets left? That's mine! Now's my chance. I tackle Reed to the ground as attention's on Hannah. Kyle! My knuckles slam against his face, hitting against his cheekbones so hard they start to throb with each punch. He lasts longer than I expected. His face is a swollen, bloody pulp by the time I finish with him, several of his teeth spat out or swallowed. Reed's blood is smeared across the back of my bruised and swollen knuckles when I finally turn around. Just from the safe side, I would try snapping his neck. Even if it doesn't kill him outright, it'll paralyze him. Or it should. Or hell, just slowly strangle him. He kind of deserves anything that would happen to this point. No mercy, no sympathy. The sight that greets me takes my breath. No. I run to the nearest girl, who happens to be Etta. Etta, come on, please. Blood is pooled on her chest, streaming down her shirt and onto the ground below. Her eyes open, barely slit, she takes a rattling breath. Did you win? Yeah, I won, but it was not worth it. She gives me a short, firm nod. Yeah, you could. Go on. What? Get the others, get him and go. Etta, don't argue with me. The very last, she's dying. Do not say, hey, they're dead too. Can't. Haha. No. She coughs, a stream of blood bubbling from her mouth. Get back to town for me, won't you? Let me check on my sister if you can. I'd owe you one. Yeah, I'll do that. Of course I'll do that, but Etta. She seems to take that as permission to let her eyes fall closed again. Thanks, Kyle. A low groan issues from one of the others. It's Andrea writhing in Hannah's arms. Her stomach is a river of blood, but she's dying slowly. Oh, fuck. It hurts. It hurts. It hits a stomach wound. Oh, shit. That's not instant death. That's a slow death. Oh, God. Remember when I said it got dark before? It got worse. It got exponentially worse. She manages to scream in pain, thrashing against Hannah's arms. Shh, it's alright. You're gonna be alright. No, it'll pass. I crouch down next to her, my hand slamming against her forehead. Andrea. She's in too much pain to acknowledge either of us, writhing until her strength and will to fight drains from her. And then Rain. Rain had no chance at all. The blood and bits of bone make a halo on her vibrant blue hair in a stark and gruesome contrast. Her eyes empty and lifeless stare through me. Not even the hint of her usual smile touches her gently open mouth. She looks something like herself in death. It's the silence that finally hits me that blurs the scene in front of me as warm tears well up. They're gone. My stomach turns. Why didn't I do more? Hannah grabs my arm as I lean over, struggling to fight down the urge to vomit or scream. Kyle, why them? Why them and not me? They were counting on me. I know that one. I'm so sorry about your friends. But I'm still counting on you too. We have to go, Kyle. We can't leave them. I won't. There's nothing we can do for them except go back to town. Go on, right? That's what you promised her you'd do. She motions to Etta. Gingerly, she pulls me to my feet, though I don't even remember dropping to my knees. You're hurt. What? I didn't even realize until Hannah pointed it out, keeping all the weight off one leg by instinct. Only then does the pain creep in, a terrible burning and throbbing deep in my leg. I had no idea. Kyle, come on, please, we have to go. She reaches out to take my arm. Wait. The barely audible hiss of breath catches my attention. I glance down and read at my feet. I'm not leaving him here with them. Kyle? Step away for a while. What are you going to do? Hopefully he'll be able to feel whatever Kyle's going to do with him. Go. Hannah's expression flickers, but she too looks down at Reed, twisting her hands together. Okay. That's a bit too merciful. My hands close around Reed's throat, squeezing and crushing with as much strength as I possess. I want to destroy him. I have to know he'll never take another breath, never see sunlight again. I need it. His body starts to convulse, red eyes snapping open as instinct kicks in. He writhes, but he can't force me off. His red eyes bulge, twisting his face into an ugly, open-mouthed fish. And then it stops all at once, his body twitching and then falling still. My hands don't leave his neck for another minute, even when he stopped fighting and his lips have turned a dusky chat blue. I slam his head back into the ground. Wake up! Wake up so I can kill you again. Wake up! Kyle! She reaches down, firm and gentle as she pries me away from him. He's gone, okay? He's dead. You handled it. Not soon enough. I feel like a child when I slump into Hannah's arms, this girl I barely know having to hold and console me. But she does so without complaint. I don't know how long we stay here together while I search for the will to leave them. Hannah helps. Together we drag Reed's body back into the dungeon away from the girls. Then she takes a lantern from the ground. Behind us, the girls are swallowed up by green and brown. In a daze, I am led away from the scene. It doesn't feel real. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm stopping this here. I'm stopping with my own sanity and nothing else. And I am going to go back and see what happened otherwise. Because that was depressing. Given how that seems, it looks like it's just an ultimatum. You either sacrifice the girls or you sacrifice Hannah. And as callous and as heartless as it sounds, with the other three having been the primary characters up until now, the connection with them is stronger, and it's just, God, that's a horrible thing to say. You know, that it would hurt less to have Hannah die, not them. Fuck, that is a twisted. And but either way, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.